So the police just showed up at my residence because I need to stop calling the governor about rape evidence. And they're still outside and they're planning to rape and murder my husband or rape and murder me. I told them I'm charging you all with rape. This is police intimidation. He called me Mikey. He says, "Is Mikey here?" And I said, "So you know who I am. You know I'm vice president elect. You know that you can't be here at my residence. You know that you can't be intimidating me. And you know that I'm charging you all with rape and that I'm demanding rape evidence because you're all being charged with rape. And you're here at my residence threatening me." And then I said, "You need to leave." And he said, "Yeah, well, don't call the governor's office ever again. Because I can't call you and demand rape evidence from a rape case because none of you are doing your jobs, and I'm vice president-elect demanding rape evidence. And I can't demand rape evidence from the state because otherwise you'll intimidate me with police who planned and premeditated rape and murder, whenever those could be terrorist police connected to the terrorist police down here in Kansas, who you just sent to my residence as armed terrorists, and you sent them here to my residence to threaten me, because none of that was friendly or about me making a report. And if I had made a rape report, you would have just arrested me and raped and murdered me, because I'm making a rape report about the police who raped me down here. So none of you are doing your jobs. They both have guns, and I need to secure my police dog who's alerting on a terroristic threat at my front door because they illegally gained access to my residence to threaten and intimidate me, and still are sitting outside. And I can't call anybody on the phone because you've illegally shut off our internet. So you've illegally shut off our internet. I can't call anybody for help, and I can't call any of these people. And the governor, a rape victim, sent them down here to intimidate me as a rape victim witness because she's working with Trump to try to put me into a mental institution and have me raped and murdered either at a mental institution or raped and murdered by the police for running for vice president-elect. So you guys think that you know who I am, you know I have a whole campaign, you know that I've created multiple programs in the city that you're trying to thief, plagiarize, and steal. And so you just try to commit criminal trillions of dollars of theft through police intimidation of someone else, a rival candidate running for office, because you're all going to get charged with premeditated rape and murder because you're refusing to help me whenever I've been intimidated as an author by Epstein and Weinstein affiliates to interfere with this giant network of rape, slavery, rape terrorist officers and custodians of footage who rape people on camera and sell it for money. And because I said, give me the rape footage, otherwise you need to step down and go through a process where you could likely end up executed, that I should be executed here because you are going to be fired from your job for premeditating rape and murder and terrorism of our state. So you're a rapist who just sent a terrorist network to threaten and intimidate and rape me as vice president-elect whenever I'm their fucking boss. And I'm your boss too, Gretchen, and your boss too, Rashida. And you want to make this all about how this isn't a hate crime on part of Rashida, who's trying to rape and murder a Jewish religious figure because she wants to steal my entire life image and plagiarize my entire campaign. And your officers think that they can rape and murder me for demanding rape footage from the state and put me into a prison cell to have me raped and murdered by people and stripped naked as a religious figure because you're harassing and intimidating me and have not been able to break into my residence to try to dose and drug and poison me again with terrorists. But I should be making another police report to a bunch of officers who are men about me being raped by a bunch of people. Not directly to the governor, because she doesn't want to talk to me because she premeditated rape and assassination of me and kidnapping of me with other people. And you've taken down all of my social media to prove all of this. 3 years of rape testimony, 20,000 rape testimony, torture videos you've made of me. And then you've made me give 20,000 statements about rape, but you want me to give another one to these male cops down here who could be connected to a rape, terrorism, KKK network who have different religious views than mine. And you're threatening my husband when he leaves to arrest him or me because you want to put us in mental institutions for running for office to stop rape, slavery, because you all have Holocaust camps. And he says they're arresting politicians left and right and all of this stuff. And he goes, so you blah, 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 blah. So you're all arresting people running for office who didn't do anything wrong because you raped them and you're all terrorists? So you know it's a death sentence for me as a genius and as a government employee here to explain all of this to any of these people. Because I don't know what their political affiliations are, I don't know what their intelligence level is, and I don't know if they're trying to rape me or not. I don't know if they're terrorists. I don't know who those people are. I try to say I do math on glass. I'm a fucking math genius. And then they try to go blah, 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 do this. And I'm going, that's not how I do math, because they don't understand a differing perspective of learning. Like they don't even understand dyslexia. Let alone a hyper genius making fucking Millennium Falcons and Voyager in the fucking Bay and Enterprise in the Bay. I build fucking spaceships and design fucking infinite energy programs. And you want me to explain this to a bunch of officers who just want to rape and murder me and rape and murder my fucking husband, whenever you all know that this has to go through a process of understanding of genetic even advancement of any of this to even explain half of the information that's being shared with me to prevent a mass Holocaust. And you just tried to have people murder me as a religious figure of the Jewish Messiah, who's a prophesized political agent and political figure. And you just tried to assassinate me with a couple of fucking cops just now, whenever I've been telling you for the last few days, don't let these police officers assassinate and rape and murder me, because I'm getting rape evidence against a bunch of people complicit in rape trafficking based conclusively on evidence of you raping and murdering men and women and juveniles in jails. But you keep only promoting the men because all the men are now the gang rape victims, even though all the men and women are the ones in here gang raping all of the women running for office. And it's predominantly women that you guys rape, traffic, and sell. And I said, okay, you guys know I'm getting rape evidence against all of you and that I'm vice president-elect. And he said, so don't call the governor's office again, Mikey. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? That's the most that you guys have to offer rape victims in this city. When I made pro bono rape lawyers, pro bono civil rights lawyers, and I made everybody in the state officers, and I'm giving everybody superhero supervillain suits to be in the superhero supervillain party. Because I'm wealthy as fuck, because I just got business investment from the United States government and the United States Army, as I should be getting, which should not be being withheld from me, to develop all of these systems to keep America safe from an invasion of even China stealing 24-hour running robots from me. And everybody wants to go, she's crazy, because you want to control me, and then you think calling me crazy means you don't go to the Holocaust camp. Because you're trying to have me sacrificed and raped and murdered and deported, and then rape and murder my husband, because you just had Trump agents threaten me, because a lot of these officers are being charged with rape. So you all have my job application. That doesn't have my address on it. So how did you guys gain access to my address? So you've been watching my material? So you've been watching 20,000 rape statements and just threatened me? I never gave Rashida or Gretchen my address. Or Alexandria. How did you get it? It's not on my license, and so do you have a list of everybody who lives here all of a sudden? So you have all of my information and even called me Mikey, but you don't understand that you have to give me rape evidence? So you're mentally fucking ill.